Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 25 of the Gym Tang 30-day challenge. Uh, General life check-in. Everything's going to shit. Um, Dirt on me. I'm still friends with my ex, my first ever ex, and you can judge me for it. It's very fair. But frankly, she's actually treated me very well. And the reason that I like her is I've always found it so easy to talk to her. And this is coming from a guy who would latch on to any girl who would even just give him attention. And I'm no longer like that. Like, I have to work with women a lot in my line of work. And, well, I'm a teacher. I work with kids. But I meant in terms of my research, it's very normal to just, have people of the opposite sex as coworkers and who as co-conspirators, I should say. Also, just working on projects in general. And you frankly can't afford to sexualize them and always view them as romantic relationships. It forced me to have platonic relationships with women outside of my family. So I hope no one is an incest baby. That'd be very unfortunate. But bottom line is, it's just very natural. It was very natural to me to see any girl that I ever met as a romantic opportunity. And that's just something that I could not sustain once I went off to college. And I actually had, for a brief moment, a friend group which had girls in it, and with a mix of guys. But my girlfriend made it very clear to me that was something that she was unhappy about. And I even made it so I was designated into a fam of predominantly dudes. And I didn't pick up to make sure that I didn't pick up any girls as my outing. But that's neither here nor there. The bottom line was I particularly like still having a good conversation with someone. That's how I bond and connect with people. And she's always been someone that I've found it very easy to talk to. Even if when we actually got into a relationship, our communication was terrible. When we're not in a relationship, it's actually very good. And that's why I fell for her in the first place. And I couldn't throw that away just because we weren't in a relationship. We had a rocky few years in high school as she watched me go from relationship to relationship, and she was still holding on. But once I went off to college, we were able to put ourselves in a position, particularly with a distance, where we knew we could never work out, and never really tried to. I deliberately cut her off every time I got into a relationship because I bring it up to my girlfriend at the time, and they'd always be uncomfortable, and rightfully so. And she understood that too. And now that I'm out of a relationship, I can be friends with her again. And it's very odd how healthy it is, considering how bad our relationship together was. But the bottom line was, I was looking forward to actually seeing her this weekend, and that did not happen for me because, in classic California style, my schedule just filled up and everything went to shit. So first off, I actually wasn't supposed to see her this weekend. I was supposed to see her sometime this week, and that didn't happen because they work and they had to cover some shifts. And usually they have a weekend shift and a Tuesday Thursday shift, and and she had to pick up for the week, but was available this weekend. I'm like, okay, cool, we can do a rain check for this weekend. And then I had to cancel again because something happened within my family. My dad might have missed a date, so now we have some party to go to apparently this weekend. And we also had a heater problem, like a hot water leak at a home. And now we have to go help with that and go babysit a plumber. And we have limited humans in our family to cover these two bases. And we're also supposed to have a family vacation, which I was not made aware of until Thursday. So, yes, I'm getting closer to school, so I want to spend some time with my family. And I didn't actually make a hard commitment with this girl because, no offense to her, but she's low priority on my list of things. Like, I enjoy spending time with her, yes, but my family is more important. I'm going to prioritize my family, and I have to prioritize my family, and I'm going to. But that is the unfortunate situation I found myself in. Additionally, my family has no respect for my calendar or my schedule unless it's work, because this is a family emergency now, because we're realizing right before the season starts of school, and my parents also coach, so they need to coach as well, that we're running out of time to spend time as a family, and we want to, so we're going to. But that means that I needed to drop everything, including personal errands that I had to run tomorrow. I have a research meeting, and I also have a gift for a previous teacher that has been sitting in my car for the past year that I have not been able to get to him because I do not want to go to campus during school hours. And as in, I didn't want to drive home during school and then go visit this guy. And I also don't know where he lives. And then I also didn't want to go to, well, I'd only be able to come home on weekends, so entire school year was off limits, and the breaks didn't line up, and it was a whole lot of excuses of why I didn't want to go visit school during finals, which is very reasonable. But bottom line was, I never got this gift to him that I was supposed to get to him at the end of my senior year, and now we're here, and I have an alumni event, and I'm like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to see him and actually give this to him, and not in an environment where he has to worry about if I'm giving him a bomb, right? Because there's children there. And I wanted to do that tomorrow, and then have a research meeting too, and then we have a drive to meet with the rest of my family while they're dealing with this hot water problem. And this messed up my whole weekend. This is the bottom line. And I wanted to spend some time with friends, and I had to cancel some plans, and I'm very unhappy about it because I don't like not being true to my word, even if it's outside of my control. I still don't like it. And here we are. So yeah, this is some old footage, by the way. We'll be backing up some videos to send out probably tomorrow morning. I'm gonna sleep. It's about 2 a.m. I have to be up at 7, and because I'll be out for the weekend. But bottom line is, challenge is going well. General life check-in. I think I'm behind a check-in actually, so I need to reorder it. And as we're getting closer to the end, I've actually found it harder to want to continue to create. I have ideas just stacked up on my phone, but I've been really enjoying playing Overwatch recently, as hope maybe you could tell with all the Overwatch content and making content, and with this personal rhythm I had means I'm playing a tactical shooter like this and then talking over it because they're a lot shorter. And frankly, I just want to play Overwatch and do gaming content right now. But I gotta get ready for the sem, and also I want to finish this challenge. So that's where I'm at right now. General life rant, but yeah, life happens. It's unfortunate. I still have to bear the consequences. So that's about it. See you.